Sweet, sweet strawberry cheesecake. Let's bake.
Okay, we're using honey graham crumbs today. And we want a nice crust, so we're going to be using 2 cups of these. It's optional to add sugar into the crust, but I believe you don't need to because we've already got the sweetness in here. And we'll have more sweetness with the strawberry and on the cheesecake itself. So this is just going to be 2 cups of crushed crumbs and approximately half a cup of butter. So I have half a cup of melted butter. I'll put in half of that. So I'll start with a 1/4 cup and we'll see how it is. I'm just going to gently bring this together. It should be crumbly for us in this crust. Go ahead and we'll add in another 1/8 of a cup. And we're likely going to use all of our butter, but it can't be overly dry either. So let's check that out. Okay, we can use the rest. There we go. So again, 2 cup crushed graham crumbs like I had, and half a cup of melted butter, and we're all set. Okay. So this is how we'd like it to look. It's almost not pasty, not too sticky. Excellent. Next up, springform in. So I do have some parchment paper in there today. I want to make sure that's going to pop right off. It should pop right off with that springform. I've got that as a little bit of an insurance plan. So let's go ahead and get this in. All of that nice crust. So you can use a glass if you'd like. I prefer to use my hard plastic container here and just start by pressing down towards the sides. Don't worry about it sticking just yet, and don't worry about it being perfect just yet. This is just the beginning stages here, getting things started. Make sure we're good there. We are. Excellent. And now we're going to start pressing towards the sides and then up the sides. Okay. And we'll tidy things up afterwards with our spoon. To make sure we've got a nice crust formed everywhere. About 2 inches up that side of our springform pan is what we're looking for. Once we get the sides to the desired height, then we're going to fix the bottom. Not to worry there. Some people don't like crust all the way up the side. I love it. I think I'll bring it to family. They're going to love that too. This is where we'll make sure we're all level. Perfect. Firm that up around the sides. And now the bottom will touch up right in here. I've learned people love a nice thick crust on the corner. It's almost like getting the corner piece on a pizza. Pack that down. Make sure that's pressed, firm. Excellent. Done. Okay, cheesecake crust ready. We're gonna put it in the oven at 350 degrees for 15 minutes. It'll firm everything up. That'll give us plenty of time to go ahead and make our cheesecake batter to put inside. Lock it in. So we're gonna start with 3 blocks of cream cheese. It's got to be room temperature. And we're going to whip that on a low-medium speed or medium-low speed. Let's get that started. Now again, we're going at the medium-low speed because we don't want to bring too much air into that cream cheese. And it could lead to cracks in the cheesecake. So we'll leave the speed right here. We're gonna go ahead and just scrape that off the sides right now. We don't want any cream cheese left out. Back down, lock it in. Nice and creamy. Okay, nice and creamy. So we're gonna lower our speed down a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and start adding in our sugar. So I've got 3/4 of a cup white sugar in. And I've got 1/4 of a cup brown sugar in. Bring that up a little bit. Pause that. And we'll just scrape the sides again. So we want to get all of our sugar incorporated. And also from our beater. We don't want any chunks or lumps. So we've got to make sure we've got it all out of there. Important to do this early. Lock it in. Okay, next up, we need our sour cream. We're gonna put in 4 heaping tablespoons. Now, don't worry about the recipe. I'm gonna have that in the description. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little bit extra. We can bring that speed up just 1. Now we're gonna go ahead and add in just about a teaspoon here of vanilla extract. In. Looking good, I like it. We need a pinch of salt and 2 tablespoons of flour. We'll let that incorporate. 1 more scraperoo. Make sure all that flour's in there. And last but not least, we're going to be adding in our eggs. Okay, now we need 3 whole eggs. 1 at a time until they've incorporated. Number 2. And number 3 is ready to go here on the egg front. Last but not least, we need 1 egg yolk. Yolk. 1 last scrape to make sure everything is off the sides and the bottom. See how that just became next level creamy? There's nothing sticking to our beater. We're just ensuring that we've got everything off the sides. Looking good, and this way we can give it just 1 final mixture. Lock it in. Perfect. That's the oven, so our crust is ready. Excellent timing here. We'll turn that off, unlock, leave that drip, and we'll take our crust out of the oven. Let's check this crust out. Looking nice. Crust ready. Excellent. Here we go. Cheesecake batter going in. Make sure we've got everything off the sides. Here comes the remainder. This will go right up the side over that crust. So we're gonna give this a little bit of a shake here. Make sure it's spread around nice and evenly. Okay, and tap. Excellent. Okay, in the oven it goes. I've got a roasting pan in there with some water for a little bit of steam. Not always necessary. If you don't do it, hey, if there's a few cracks in the cake, that's okay, it'll happen sometimes. In it goes. All right, so that's it. Cheesecake in the oven at 350 degrees. I'm gonna check on it after 35 minutes. In the meantime, I'm gonna start making our nice strawberry sauce, because when it comes to construction time, everything has to be completely cool. The cheesecake, that's 4 to 6 hours, heck, even overnight better. Same with the strawberry sauce. So we've got some time, but I'm gonna go ahead and make the strawberry sauce right now, get it out of the way, and then maybe bake a pie or 2. Coming back. Boom! Whoa, just lost a few there.
So we're just gonna go ahead and prepare our strawberries in here, remove the stems, and I like to quarter them. You can quarter them, half them. Either way, we're gonna be putting them in a blender afterwards. We'll get them on some heat and add in our sugar.
Add in half a cup of sugar. You can add in up to 3/4 of a cup. Depends on how sweet we want to make this. That's going to be really sweet. I'll keep a little bit out, okay? Start giving that a stir. Got a medium-low heat. And we need a teaspoon of lemon juice and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And now we stir. Those are going to get nice and soft.
Strawberries now, they're nice and soft. And of course, I'm old school. I'm using my hand masher. If you are adding your strawberry sauce into the blender like I am here, be very careful. It's going to be extremely hot. Always make sure you're using a towel to hold that down. It doesn't take much in that blender for that strawberry syrup. A little bit of pulse action, you'll be fine.
Smells delicious.
Now I am going to strain this so it is as smooth as possible and I don't have any seeds in my sauce. Again, be very careful. That's still very hot. Also, I'd like to mention earlier on, I do test the syrup or the sauce as I'm making it to make sure it has that desired level of sweetness and offsetting with the vanilla and that lemon juice.
Look at that. Smooth. See how this is. So it should be a little jiggly in the middle. The outsides are just starting to get a little brown. So this should be really jiggly right now. Yeah, see that? Still too jiggly for us. So it's not done yet, but it's close. It's very close. So I'm gonna give it another 5 to 10 minutes.
So of course I did in fact leave the cheesecake in for that additional 5 to 10 minutes like I talked about. It was actually 12 and then I got a crater of a crack in the cheesecake, but that's okay. We're gonna fill it up with that nice strawberry syrup and smooth it all out so you won't even be able to notice it. Like I said, we'd be eating it anyways. See that? We're filling that crack right up with that strawberry syrup. You're not even gonna notice it out there. And now we'll go ahead and start in the center with that syrup. Be certain that you don't add all your syrup to the cheesecake at once. You wanna make sure it doesn't go over the edges. So I start in the center and I start working around in circles. You can actually leave the syrup do its own thing and see how far out to the edges it will go. Or you can do like I'm doing right here, smooth it out a little bit. If you want to have a little design and leave a little bit of a line in between the edge of the crust, you can do that as well. Now we just have some fun and we fill everything up with that nice, thick strawberry syrup. When you're baking at home, don't be shy and don't be scared. As I would say if I were painting a wall, don't paint with fear, don't bake with fear. Give it your best shot. And if you go over the edges with your strawberry syrup, that's okay. If you have a crack or a crater in your cheesecake, that's okay too. Like I said, it's all about the texture and the taste. Keep practicing, keep trying, keep baking at home, and you can make your best cake or your best cheesecake. A little bit more strawberry syrup right there, and look at that. It's all smoothing out. Back in the fridge for a couple of hours, and this is all ready to go.
Here it is, everybody. Homemade strawberry cheesecake, an easy recipe. I hope you followed along. Give this one a try so you can bake your best cake at home as well. And please also do me a favor. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video to your family and friends if you liked it. That way we can keep on growing the kitchen and bringing the boom to the bakery. Boom! Woo! That is a nice one.